Hey, we're going to tell an adult story here, okay? This story has no timeline, okay, but it's familiar to you. Okay, first there was this great book, and then there was this ark, and then they got on the ark, they got saved. And then when they got saved, then they made a big giant boat one time. It was the best boat. Everybody was on it and knew about it. The boat sank, you know? And then half the people went to the bottom. More than half the people went to the bottom. Money disappeared. And then there was life rafts. Some got eaten by sharks and stuff. And then the survive and everything. Years later, they made a movie about it. And it had love stories and everything on there too. And then the town that made the movies, it burned down. And with the people too, and all the actors and everything, and all their stuff got burned to the ground, and yeah, so now they're on the bottom, but then all of a sudden they sift through the dirt, and they get all the gold out of it, and the rubbles and ashes, because all the Grammys and all the awards and all the opulent things all melted in the fires if it wasn't taken out. So, and they get that to replenish. Maybe they'll rebuild the town, maybe, was the way the storyline was going to go. But at the same time, it was devastation. The world was on fire, natural catastrophe, And then another town, the whole mountain got flooded and washed out. And people were homeless and stuff, and, then electric cars and stuff were an aspect, and but maybe not at the part that's washed out. Maybe there's battery material in there. The air's getting polluted and stuff. Just like the sea, but the sea in the Titanic had sharks and stuff. And the people that disappeared, nobody ever seen them. And the lifeboats that were there, not all the lifeboats were there. The life ships, if they were only battery powered and they could fly, the life ships wouldn't have been capsized. The life safety ships wouldn't have been capsized by the waves and stuff, and they could have been flying above the atmosphere. Even if it was today, if the atmosphere, you couldn't breathe in it at that point, and the sea was polluted. It's like the sea becomes the atmosphere becomes the sea, so they would have to get above it. So it would be a ship that flies and floats on a boat that sinks. And you know what? What if they made the boat good enough to have that many ships on it that flew, that they could save all the important things and the important people and the important documents and inventions and all that and the important animals? Maybe they could do that with all the gold and all the batteries. Maybe. I don't know. But children, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a story brought to you by the Black Cloud Delivery Service. Yes. You betcha. Story time with Dan. Ha ha!